All right, guys, so here we go. We got our base built and we're getting ready to unbox this bad boy and put her together. Hopefully the weather holds out for us and this gets done today. Make our first cut. So let's get started. guys, look at this. We got her. Well, we're not bad off on the base. The measurement was strictly rail to rail, and that's what I was concerned about. The foot to foot, the length was good. We were all right there. We did good without having to brace it anymore. We're hanging over just about as much as we're hanging over on the side here, but it's supported on that, so we're a little bit over, but all in all we did pretty good. I'm gonna put these bolts in, and then I guess it's time to bring the power head over here and assemble that. There's a couple more things. You see I got a pile of bolts down there. Well, the bolts I believe are for the power head and for this part. So we'll find out if I run out of bolts or not. Show you what we got going on here. We got our little holder. Got them all bolted down. Look at the teeth on that thing. Ooh. So I gotta assemble the head and get it up on the track. So this should tell me how to do it. Okay guys, we're back. We have it all set up here. There's a couple fine adjustments we have to do. I haven't bolted this down the rest of the way. The throttle cable's loose. I think they did it intentionally. It's got a lot of excess cable here, and there's that adjuster. So we're gonna look into that in the manual a little bit before I do it. I got my water line hooked up. Comes out right there. The wheels are still loose. They came loose, so the brackets would come together easy, but every bolt I put in is tight. As far as the rails go, no, of course we're not level because I put the feet on. But these right here, these holes go into these holes. So this actually overhangs a little bit instead of having the rail overhang it. So I'm going to move that, and while I loosen all those, because I'm going to make sure it's at 26 inches perfect, and then start scooting it back with the wheels tight and adjust it as we go. After that, we're going to drop the level down a lot lower and level the whole base. Make sure that's all perfect. Let's get to it. Clamp off. Oh. And we're right there. All right, last one. Okay, so what I had noticed doing this last rail clamp on it, I was putting the nuts on it. I noticed that these bolts weren't spinning because they're pressed all the way up against it. So where I said I wasn't going to do the other side, I'm going to run all the way down the other side and adjust it, because that clamp was pulling in on the L-beam like this, and then when I released the clamp it went back out. So we're still at like a 1/16 outside of 26 inches. So I gotta have it perfect. That's just me. I gotta do it like that. So I'm gonna go through the other side and do the same thing and make sure it's at that, what it's supposed to be, 26 inches exactly. And you guys don't need to see all that. I'm going to shut the camera off and just bust it out, because it's a lot quicker without recording. So I will check back with you guys in a second. All right, so we got the other side done. It took about 5 minutes, right? We're gonna tighten these wheels up before I drop this base down, just because I'd rather have the extra few inches working area. So we're gonna tighten down these bolts that were already on these wheel brackets, and then we're back at it. Okay, so we got her all buttoned up. I went over, I had to level the base again. She sat overnight. I just checked it to double check it. I'm gonna check it again after running my log also, because I'm sure there's some settling that needs to go on. You got to make sure it's perfectly level, because if you're not, you're teetering, your board's gonna show that. So we got her done, latches are on. The automatic feeder, I've not tested it out yet, but that's on. It rolls straight. It's smooth, really smooth. I got a lot. You know, drops down pretty good. I am very happy with it. So I'm anxious to get a log on here. So that's what we're gonna do next, is gas her up. I already checked the oil, that's good. I'm gonna make sure that the automatic oiler, the automatic lubricator for the blade is working perfect, and there's a adjustment here to get the right amount of flow you want. I'm gonna go heavy at first because I don't know what I need. So, all right, let's figure out how we're gonna get a log on here, and let's get a log on. So we got our we cut our first log, and unlike a lot of the other channels that I've watched, you can see that when I started there was absolutely no dust on the ground. That was my legit first cut. But what I did differently is I didn't just assemble it. I watched a bunch of videos on what not to do when setting up your mill, and that helped me tremendously. Like, without that, I wouldn't even ever thought about the head unit being crooked. Like, I was only concerned about the base. The head unit, you need to tension the cables. The one's already fixed, the other one's got an adjuster on it, and you got to get them right, or else what I was having a problem is the right side was lifting before the left side, so it gave me like a half an inch difference. I was able to determine what the problem was by what they said in the videos, to make sure that your tension, you take your tension off, make sure you clean your dust out of the inside of the wells before you start, you know. They said make sure that your water flow adjuster's right, and I got that set up right. I had to turn it up a little bit, but I got it set up right. Yeah, so anyways, it's great. I love it. It rolls good. I'm going tomorrow to look at getting some more track. But as far as what we got for lumber, we got what? You know, 2 4x4s. We got what, 6 2x4s out of that one 10-foot log. These are 10-footers. These are going to be used to build my house. So that's what I'm going to mainly be doing. I'll take a cut, I'll spray it off. If it's not curly, it's lumber. It's all maple, but I'm going to be, so I got to build my mill shed, and it's going to be all heavy duty maple wood construction. So yeah, thanks for watching Homesteading Northern Michigan. We got big things coming up this year. Like I just said in my live stream, this year is going to be hard to top. We got solar, we got the sawmill, so we can build whatever we want to build or need to build. One of those things are a chicken coop, my mill house. I got a lot of stuff to build. I want to build rabbit hutches, but we're eventually, you know, I'm going to extend the track out. We're going to be making big stuff too. So you guys have a blessed day. Peace.